Hey, it's Jennifer from Happiness is Homemade For, and welcome to my channel. Alright y'all, today we are making our little Easter hats, like the little Easter toppers for our marshmallow people. I'm so excited for this video. We are gonna make some bunny rabbits, some chicks. You know I gotta make some chicks. An Easter basket, a carrot, and kind of maybe something else. We'll just kind of see what we get into. So if you clicked on this video for the first time, this is what we're talking about. This is one St. Patrick's Day little hats, little toppers that we made together. Look how cute she is. And all it is this right here. So we made these little marshmallow people, I guess like 2 years ago, because I bought these ceramic ones back in 2020 when we were all home shopping. So I became like obsessed with these little things, with these little mugs. You get 4. When I bought them, they were $20. If you want the ceramic one, just go on Amazon and type in ceramic marshmallow cups and all kinds will pop up. So these, and like I said, mine were 20. So I wanted to come up with a way that anyone can make them on a budget. So that's why we started making these using the foam dice from Dollar Tree. Seriously. And look, and especially when you put the little hats on them, look how adorable. Yo, these are so cute on tier trays and on shelves. I love them. We have been making these for like every holiday. We've made some for the summer, beehives. We've made beehives, strawberries, lemons. We've made all kinds of things, but they are adorable. And we even did one with like chocolate melted hair. Look how cute. So what you want to do, go to Dollar Tree and like in the plastic section, you want to get these little bows right here. You're looking for that picture and you get 6 of them. They're little plastic bows and that's what we use to make the little hats. See, just like that. Now, if you know how to crochet and you can do all that, you don't need this little plastic bow. But like I said, I don't know how to crochet, so this is what I came up with so that I could have really cute hats. All right, the main 2 things you're gonna need are these little bows, and then I use double-sided tape from Dollar Tree. Y'all, this will be your best friend. Double-sided tape, the bows. You will need some hot glue, so I got my hot glue gun plugged in. And whatever color yarns that you want to work with. So I got like some colors over here, and as we're kind of going, I'll show you. Alright, I'm ready. I'm all like dressed for spring. I love this lavender. Y'all, I just got this lavender hoodie at Walmart. They had some of the cutest stuff. I almost thought about doing like a Walmart haul. So if you'd be interested, let me know because I found some of the cutest stuff. But this, and I got on my Simply Southern Easter shirt. Love it. And the back is even cuter than the front. So I am gonna adjust the camera. That way you can see exactly what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk you through all of this. So I am excited. All right, so really quick, if this is your first time making these, I'm gonna show you. Everybody else, you can like fast forward to the next part, because I'm sure by now y'all are professionals. But if this is your first time, take your yarn. I always get my yarn at Dollar Tree for $1.25, and they have like a rainbow selection. So I'm gonna take like this white, it's almost like kind of a creamy white, but white. And here's what I do because I don't know how to crochet. I braid mine to give it that crocheted look. Okay, what you're gonna do is you are gonna cut 3 long strands of the yarn. I did mine probably about 8 feet long. I mean, seriously, this is like 8 feet long. 3 of them, the exact same length of each other. I take my ends, I just kind of loop it around my finger, and I'm gonna tie a knot. Okay, I'm gonna pull that tight. And then to get that as tight as I can. And I just tied all those together right there. Now, my next little trick, I like to take tape, and I tape it to my counter. That way as I'm braiding, I can like kind of tug and pull without it constantly like falling. Now I'm just gonna take like some Scotch tape, get me some out, and now I'm gonna take the ends, like right above my knot, and I'm gonna tape it to my countertop, just like that. Now, here is Okay, y'all, this is very important. As you're braiding, so then you just start to braid. Just braid, but you're gonna notice as you're braiding, it starts twisting and braiding itself down here. You do not want that, so all I do, I just grab one strand and I will run my hand all the way down it and that will untwist that. But, so then you kind of go back to just doing a normal braid. Just braid it, a little bit more. But once again, you're gonna notice it's twisting and braiding. So I will just grab one strand, run my hand all the way down the end, and it just untwisted. Okay, so now I'm just gonna keep going, just keep braiding, and just pay attention to it like getting twisted up on you. So I'm gonna stop and run my hand down. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep doing the exact same thing until I get down to the end. All right, so once you get it braided down to the end, once again, I loop it around my finger. I just kind of loop it around my finger, and I'm gonna put another knot at the end of my braid, and I'm gonna get this as tight as I can. All right, so now we have this whole thing braided. So our next step, all right, so now you're gonna take one of your little plastic bows and that double-sided tape. This is what your yarn is gonna stick to get this kind of look. All right, so what I do is, I take my double-sided tape, I start up here at the top of the bow, like right in the center, and I just put that on there. Now I will go around this whole entire bow with this double-sided tape, just like that. And you're gonna fill in any little gaps that you may have. Okay, so I'm just gonna start putting this all the way around this little bow. All right, once you have this covered, you're now just gonna make sure that it's rubbed on there really good. So I just kind of go around and just, go over each piece really well. All right, now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna take this and you're gonna peel off that top layer, but then once you do, try not to touch like the stickiness, that way it doesn't lose its stickiness. All right, so now I have all of the top layers peeled off, and you can see like that stickiness all the way around it. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is, right above your little knot, do not cut your knot, but right above it, you're just gonna cut off the excess tails that you don't need. So you see, I did not cut my knot, I just cut right above it. All right, I'm gonna do the exact same thing at this end. Okay. I'm just gonna cut right above that little knot. Okay, this is where you're gonna love the double-sided tape. Take the end of your little knot, and right here along the bottom edge, you're going to push that on there really hard. And now you're gonna start wrapping around this little bow, starting on that bottom edge. Okay. So now you're just gonna go all the way around it, kind of pushing it in as you go. And then once you get right here, right where you just started, you're just gonna go up and over that little knot. See, like right on top, like right above it. And now you're just gonna keep doing the exact same thing. You're just gonna go all the way around this, laying your braid right into that double-sided tape. I'm right there where I just started, so I'll just go right above it, and then continue to wrap all the way around this little bow, watching that you don't leave gaps in between each one. So I'm gonna continue to go around this whole thing, and then when I get to the top, I'll show you what to do up there. Okay, I wanna show you, if you run out of yarn before you get to the top, because sometimes that does happen to me, all I did, I just went ahead and braided like a very short piece. I cut off the excess little tail right above my knot. And now what I do is, I will take this, I'll just do like a little dab of hot glue, and I'm gonna push my knot down into that hot glue, and you can use scissors or something, that way you don't burn yourself. So I'm gonna push that down into it. Then I will take my new piece in that little knot and right up against my last one, like right against it, I'm gonna do another little thing of hot glue. And I'm gonna lay this knot right up against the other one. And then press that down really hard. Just pushing that knot into that hot glue. All right, so now that I'm up here at the top, I'm gonna take my hot glue gun and I'm gonna do like a little, thin little line of hot glue around this top. Now, I'm gonna start twisting this around and lightly tapping it down into that hot glue, carefully without burning yourself. Okay, so I'm just kind of twisting and pushing it into that hot glue. All right, so like right there, I'm gonna take this, don't need all that. I'm not gonna tie off this end. Put me a little knot. I'm gonna cut off that excess. All right, so I'm just gonna loop this around and twist it into that hot glue. All right, and here is what we're looking like. So without knowing how to crochet, by me braiding, it kind of gives you that crocheted look. That's why I love it so much. So, okay, take this. All right, so if you follow my Dollar Tree hauls, you saw that I found this a couple weeks ago. We're gonna use this because it comes with little ears and everything. So, right here, I'm gonna open this up. All right, so it comes with the white and the pink part of the ear. So on this, you could use hot glue or double-sided tape. I think I'm just gonna do a little bitty line of hot glue on the back of this pink. Just whatever you do, just be careful that you don't burn yourself. Because y'all know I have burned myself several times, pretty bad. Just put that on there, right in the center of that white. Same thing with this one. All right. All right, so now that I have those hot glued on there together. All right, y'all, I also have those little bunny butts from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna cut this little tail off of this. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna treat this as it's like the bunny butt. So we're gonna do our tail kind of up high, and then we're gonna hot glue our little feet on here too. I think that's gonna be so cute. So my best advice to you is kind of lay it out first. See how you like it, like what looks right to you, and then hot glue it. So that right there is really cute. I'm just gonna kind of bend this. I'm gonna put some hot glue on the back of this little paw. All right, push that on there. I'm gonna hot glue this one too real quick. Just put some hot glue right on the back of this little foot. Alright, looking like that. And then I'm gonna take that little tail and hot glue it kind of like at the top in between. And I'm just gonna put hot glue on the back of this little tail right here. And then just put it on the center. The top center of these two. Look at that! Alright, so there's that. Now I'm gonna take my little bunny ears. And I know some people have a problem with like seeing the front of the ear when you're looking at the back of a rabbit. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll hot glue one like this, and then the other one I wanna do as if its little ear is bent. So I think I'm gonna bend this one, and I'm gonna put a little dab of hot glue right where I bend it, just like right here in this corner. So I can get some hot glue like right there. And I'm gonna bend that over. So see, it looks like the bunny rabbit has its ear flopped backwards. All right, we're just gonna hot glue our little ears to the top of the little hat right here. Just put some hot glue on there. Kind of. All right, so now we're gonna hot glue our little bent ear. Put some hot glue on the bottom, just right on the bottom of that, and kind of put it right up here. Right up here in the center. Oh my gosh. Look how cute that is. All right, where's our marshmallow? All right, I'm gonna get this little marshmallow person. Oh my gosh, y'all, that is too stinking cute. I love that right there. And if you wanted, you could very easily put a face on this side. But I just, that is so cute to me. All right, there's one. All right, same thing. You're gonna take one of your little plastic bows, the double-sided tape, you're gonna go ahead, coat this just like we did the first one. And now I'm gonna use this kind of beigey brown from Dollar Tree. I don't have the label anymore, so I'm not sure the color, but when you're making your rabbits, use any colors that you want. I think a gray one would be really cute too, but I'm gonna use this little beigey brown color, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing that we just did on the white one. All right, so here it is. I went ahead, I braided it all up. I did the exact same steps as that one. So we got this little color. Now we're gonna take those little ears again because it came with like 3 sets of ears in that little package. Go ahead, I'm gonna hot glue the pink right in the center again. I'm just gonna do a little line of hot glue right on the back of this pink. All right, now that we have our little ears done, I'm gonna take more of this same color yarn. I went ahead and I braided it up. I cut off the little end. So I'm gonna take this yarn and I'm gonna like outline the ear. I'm gonna go all the way around this to kind of cover up that white because I think it'll look better with this color. So right here on the top, like where the white is, I'm going to put like a thin little layer of hot glue. I guess basically just going all the way. All right, I'm gonna start down here at the bottom. I'm gonna lay this once again just right into that hot glue. Kind of lightly tapping it so I don't burn myself. All right, just like that. Now I'm gonna do this side right here. I'm just going just right here on the top. Look, look how cute. So I feel like versus just putting a white and pink ear on this little like brown bunny, I think by doing that, it's gonna look better. So, all right, I love that. I'm just gonna tie this off really quick. All right, so I got that little tight knot right there. Now cut that off. Now I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue just to hold that little knot down. Okay, just a little thing of hot glue right there. Love it. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and line the back of it up too. Together, I'll kind of show you. Put the hot glue down here. Once again, just line up your back. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of put hot glue. I'm gonna put that knot right there. I'm gonna start laying this around. Just once again into that hot glue. So I got it like that. I'm gonna do more hot glue, just right here in the center. Oop, do not need that much. All right, I'm just gonna pull this straight up and just start kind of like looping around again. Just like that. Oop, look how easy that was. Oh my goodness, it was just loop right into that hot glue. I'm gonna tie off this end. I just cut off that little excess tail. Once again, I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue and just kind of push that right into that hot glue. All right, oh my goodness, yes, that really completed it. So, like I said, you could leave it just like that, or just kind of take some more yarn and just loop around the back. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this one that I did to this really quick. All right, so I went ahead, I did both of the backs. I love that. Yes, to me that really completes it. So, you know, what we're gonna do, once again, we're gonna hot glue these right onto the center, the top center of our little hat. So I'm gonna put a bunch of hot glue right here on the bottom of this. Look how cute that looks. Now, if you have some of these, you could use the little tail off this one, or I got this little pom-pom kit at Dollar Tree. They also have like the little chicks. This is the bunny, and it's got a bunch of small little pom-poms in here. So let's open this up. It comes individually like packaged. All right. Oh yes, look at this. Right there, that is like the perfect size to me, but they also have bigger ones. They have a bigger one, which is like this size, which that could be really cute too though. And then they have like a smaller one. So I think I may try this one. And this is the back side. I'm gonna hot glue this little tail right here on the back of our little hat. This little thing hot glue right there. I'm gonna put this little pom-pom right into that hot glue. You could also, if you don't have this, you can use cotton balls. If you have cotton balls at home. All right, so that's its little bunny butt. All right, here is the front. Now this one, I wanna add a bow to it since this is the front. And if you wanted, you could add a little face on here. I don't think I'm gonna add a face. I don't think I'm gonna add a face just yet. Maybe as we're kind of getting into it, I'll think about it, but I don't think I want a face. All right, so because purple is my favorite color, I'm gonna take this Easter ribbon from Dollar Tree. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna make me a basic little bow really quick, just like I'm tying my shoes. I must say this ribbon feels really weird. It's not like satiny, kind of, you know, like a normal ribbon is. It almost has like a papery kind of feel to it, like plastic. I don't know. Almost kind of has like a little plastic feel to it. But all right, got our cute little purple bow. And I'm gonna hot glue mine just right here, like on the corner of its cute little ear. That's kind of a little thing of hot glue right there. And put my little bow on there. And look how cute that is. I love it. Look at that. That is so cute. All right. I'm gonna take one of my little ceramic marshmallow people. And then look. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love that. That is so stinking cute. So you see, just to kind of give you an example, like we did the little bunny butt. So we got the little bunny butt, and then we have like the little bunny face, or little bunny head. Like I said, you could always add a face to yours. I just chose not to, but I love those. These are gonna be so cute on my little tier trays. All right, so went ahead, I did the exact same thing, just braided it all up, the double-sided tape, wrapped it around. So here's the yellow, and of course, you know we're gonna make a chick. All right, so I got our little beginning of our little chick here. Now, for its eyes, you can either take black buttons from Dollar Tree. Both of these little pom-pom kits comes with little eyes. So if you have this one, it comes with little black eyes, or this also comes with like little googly eyes. So whatever you want to use for its eyes. I went through here, I picked out the smallest little buttons I could find, and I'm gonna use this for its little eyes. I'm gonna take some orange felt, and we're gonna make its little mouth, like its little beak. Like a little triangle for its mouth. All right, something like that. Just something little, like a little triangle for its beak. And of course we'll have its cute little eyes. Alright, so I like to make sure, like that little knot right there where I first started, I like to put that in the back. So I know that this is going to be my front. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right here on the back of this button. But be careful because buttons have the little holes in them. So I'm just doing like the little smallest thing of hot glue. Go ahead and put it on here. That'll kind of get me started. Hot glue. All right. And then just kind of hold those down carefully because you don't want too much hot glue because it can come through and burn you. So we got its little eyes, and now we're gonna do its little beak. All right. I just did the lightest little thing of hot glue on the back. And I'm gonna hot glue its little beak, kind of like right here, between its little eyes. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. Look at that. All right, now I was also thinking maybe of making little like heart feet. I'm gonna draw my first heart, and then that way I can trace it for my next heart. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a heart on here really quick. Right. I just went ahead and I just drew a little heart. Now I'm gonna cut this out, and then I'll trace this one to cut it out. All right, so I'm going to cut this one out really quick. Okay, that is a really good little size. So I'm now gonna trace this one so I can cut, that way I can kind of have them about the same size of each other. All right, so now look, we could do these like it's its little feet. Look how cute! And it's gonna be sitting like on our marshmallow's head. So just like that, I'm now gonna hot glue these right here where I have them. So I'm just gonna kind of hold that up. A little thing of hot glue right on the back of this little felt. And you can get felt anywhere. I mean, you can get it at Walmart for like 30 cents. Felt is really cheap. So it's kind of great to have in your craft stash. All right, same thing. I'm gonna hold this down. Or kind of get my placement right first before I actually glue it down. All right, I'm gonna put some hot glue right on the back of this orange. Look how cute that is. All right, we need to add something else to it. I have this beautiful like lime green and white little polka dot ribbon. This is from Hobby Lobby. I got this when it was on sale for $1 at Hobby Lobby. It's not Easter, it's just kind of back where they keep all the fabric. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna make a little bitty bow, just like we did with the purple one. Cute little bow. So my thought was, okay, we can either just kind of hot glue it right there. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Or we could also take one of those pom-poms from the little rabbit pom-pom kit. I think I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try the little pom-pom because I'm sure I'm gonna make me quite a few little chicks. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put hot glue right here on the top. All right, I'm gonna hot glue my little pom-pom just right here, top center. Hot glue right here on the back of our little bow. And we're gonna get it on here. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. That is so stinking cute. I love this one. All right, so we put that one over there. Now we're gonna do another little chick. Okay, I went ahead, I braided up another yellow one really quick. Now we're gonna do something a little bit different than we've done before. I went ahead, I took some of that same white yarn that we used on this little rabbit. I went ahead, I braided it up. Yeah, I want this to look like the little chick is coming out of a shell. So what I want to do is I want to start in the back. It's like right here's my little knot. I'm going to do like a little thing of hot glue, about like right up here of hot glue. That way I can put my little knot right there. All right, so there's a knot from the yellow where I started, and now here's my little white knot up here. Now what I want to do is I want it to look like the eggshell is cracked. So almost kind of like a wave motion. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do like little waves almost. So I guess for this, I kind of need to do my hot glue into like a little wave. So I'm going to come down here. I'm just going to do like a light little thing. And come down. So I'm just going to take that. Push that into that hot glue, and then loop it and come back down. So a lot like that right there. All right, Same thing. I'm now gonna go up a little bit with the hot glue. Just making little arches. There you go. Just gonna make like a little arch and come back down. And then once again, I'm just gonna lay my yarn, my little braid, right into that hot glue and just lightly kind of tap it. See, we're looking like that. I'm gonna do the same thing, kind of going all the way around this. And it does not have to be like perfectly like uniform, like the same sizes. You can do some short, some tall. Tap all that on there. Once again, I'm back here where I started. So same thing like when you're doing like your yellow color. We're now gonna take the hot glue and we're just going to trace out underneath of the white. You're gonna take your yarn, lightly tap it. Okay. Just like that. And we're gonna keep doing the same thing, going all the way around till we get to the bottom. Look, okay, I will say, for me personally, I went up too high. I wished I wouldn't have went so high with my loops. I kind of wish I would have went like more like this way, but it's still really cute. So we got like the little chick. Now once again, I picked out the smallest little buttons out of the button jar, and then I cut another little orange little triangle out of this orange felt. So we are once again gonna hot glue these onto here. Gonna do a little thing of hot glue once again on the back of my little button. Look how cute. Now I have this orange kind of little like pom-pommy on the sides ribbon. This is also Hobby Lobby. I got this on sale for $1.99, or I got this on sale for $1.50, but you can use any ribbons that you have at home. But I'm gonna use this. Once again, I went ahead and I just made a cute little bow, just a little basic little bow, just like tying your shoes. I'm gonna hot glue this like right up here on her head. So then put some hot glue like on the bottom of it. All right, oh my goodness, y'all, that is too cute. I love her. All right, y'all, now we're gonna take this orange color from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure this is the color Persimmon. Once again, Dollar Tree yarn. Went ahead, did the exact same thing, but I didn't fill in the top just yet. So we are making a carrot. So this right here, I have some of this green shred. This is from Walmart. It was $2, but it's twice the size as the ones from Dollar Tree. And I love how this has like different shades of green in it. It's like a dark green, like a black, kind of like a lime green. So I'm gonna use this. Or I also, from Christmas, I've got some green raffia. I may use that. Because I need to obviously make the carrot stems, the greenery. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take some of this raffia. I'm just gonna cut off. Kind of cut that off like that. Keep all this kind of like twisted and bunched together. All right, so this one ahead, I just tied that really quick, just put a couple little knots on it. That off, kind of fluff all this out. All right, I'm gonna put some hot glue up here in the center. Let's kind of go around. All right, I'm gonna put that right there in the top center. Then I'm gonna start wrapping the rest of my orange braid around it. Oh my gosh, but when you see it next to like the little rabbits, and then we would have it like decorated, look how cute that'll be. Or like the little bunny bottom, like it's digging down into like the carrot patch. Look how cute. I love that. Whoop. Guess it'd be nice if I showed the face. But look how cute that is right there together. I love those. That's one that we're gonna make. We're gonna make an Easter basket topper. So I grabbed this at Dollar Tree. This is like in the teaching section. And what it is, it's like the bulletin board, like edging. It's like the scalloped edge of it. I love that because I think we can get this to look like an Easter basket. Now, you want it to be able to like sit down over top of its head, so you don't want it too tight, but you also don't want it so big that it's gonna like fall apart or like keep like falling down its little head. So I'm gonna start right here in the back center. I'm gonna wrap it around and come right back here where I just started. Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna take my scissors, I'm gonna cut off that excess right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is before I hot glue this, I wanna make sure that it's the right fit, that it's gonna sit right down on top of his head. So that is really good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue right here on this, right here on the back side of it. Just do a little thing of hot glue right there. And now I'm gonna trim off this right here because I don't want that sticking up out of the back. So I'm gonna kind of follow right along and just trim that off. See? Just like that. All right, now what we have to do is, I'm gonna take this right here and right in the center right there, I'm gonna cut that off. And then I'm gonna take these two right here, and I'm gonna tape these two pieces together. All right, so now that I have this taped together, it kind of makes it nice and wide for me. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna sit this down right on top of that, right there. That way I can now take an ink pen, I'm gonna push this down, and I'm gonna trace the inside of my little hat. Trace that, like that. Now I'm gonna trim this out. Now I'm gonna cut all this out. All right, so now that I have that cut out, I am now gonna get my little face again, right here. I'm gonna put my little hat back onto my little head. So just like that. Now, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna sit it down right there on the inside, like right on its little head, okay? Just like that. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue around the inside, like right on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this. I'm just gonna do like a little squirt of hot glue, just so that this top piece and the side can stick together. All right, so I'm gonna turn it around over here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Right there on that top, I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue. Now, I got that side glued, that end glued. I'm gonna give it like a little squeeze, just like a little squeeze on the sides. That way I can now get some hot glue on the sides too. Right there, right there. I'm gluing this piece, the inside piece, to the side pieces. All right, so now I have this little darker brown yarn. Like this is the bunny. This is what we used on the bunny rabbit. Now I'm gonna use this darker shade of brown, and we're gonna do the basket the exact same way that we were doing our little marshmallow people, our little hats. So I went ahead and braided some up. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take this double-sided tape, and I'm gonna start coating this right here. Just like the little plastic bows. I'm just gonna get this on here, and I'm just gonna outline this whole thing pretty much just in this double-sided tape. All right, so you see, same thing. I just went ahead, I went all the way around with that double-sided tape. Now I just have to peel off that top layer to expose our stickiness. All right, so now that we have all of our double-sided tape, same thing. I'm gonna start back here on the back. I'm gonna take my braid, start right back here on the back side, and just like before, I'm gonna go around this bottom edge, and I'm just gonna keep wrapping around until I get to the top. And just as you go, just make sure you push that into that double-sided tape. Same thing. I started back here. There's my little knot right there. I'm just gonna go up and over that and then just keep wrapping around. All right, so you can see I wrapped all the way up to like the top of like a little loop back here. But now on the sides, I think I need to do that kind of separate. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie off our little knot right here. All right, I'm gonna do a little dab of hot glue on my little knot right there. Okay, so I think now I'm gonna take my new piece right here. Once again, I'm gonna hot glue right up against that little knot that we just did. Just hot glue that right there into it. Push that down. Take it, and I think I'm gonna kind of like just loop back and forth, almost like we did the bunny ear. Like that. I'm now gonna twist it. I'm gonna come back. You know what? I think because of this, the way I'm going like loop back, forth, I'm going to do a little hot glue here and there. So there, and then come back this way. Alright, so we're going to loop it. We're going to come back, and I'm going to pull it into that hot glue. Kind of give this in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna do one more right here, kind of like on the top, like right on this little top kind of edge. Okay. I'm gonna loop that, and I'm gonna push that into that hot glue. Alright, so now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna hot glue all the way around over here on the top edge, you know, like right on the top edge of this little purple. So you see that I did that? I'm now over here to this other side. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of do some hot glue. Just kind of put a little bit and just kind of spread it out. All right, I'm gonna zigzag this. All right, here's what we're looking like. I went ahead, I just kind of went around on the inside just a little bit too, like right around like the top edges really. Just a little bit down inside all the way around. Now we need to make like our basket handle. So I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner. I just happened to grab a green one, does not matter what color. All right, the same thing, the same color brown. I'm gonna hot glue to the end. I'm gonna put a little thing of hot glue on the end of my pipe cleaner. Just kind of rub it on there. I'm gonna take my braid, glued that to the end. Now I'm just gonna start wrapping this around this green pipe cleaner, just making sure like the green doesn't pop through. I'm just gonna twist it around this. Like I said, just making sure that the green does not show through. So I'm just kind of holding it and just twisting it around. All right, so now, once again, I'm gonna do some hot glue, just lightly. And I'm gonna twist this around into that hot glue. I'm gonna cut that off. And I can cut off my green. I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue just because I just cut that knot. All right, so here we go. We're gonna take this, we're gonna give it a little bend, a little arch for our basket handle. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna put some hot glue. So here's the side, the high edge, right there in the center. I'm gonna do some hot glue there. Kind of lay that right there into it. All right, same thing, come over here, right in the center. All right, look at that right there. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm gonna take some of that green shred. I got mine at Walmart, Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree doesn't always have like this shade of green, so just maybe check because now that it's getting closer to Easter, they may have brought it out. I'm just gonna get some of this. I'm gonna put it down into our little basket. Oh my gosh. All right, now, Dollar Tree has these little mini carrots. You could use these, you could use jelly beans. Like you could put real candy down in here if you wanted. But I have some of these little these little carrots we could put down in here. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look at that. Oh, give me him. Look at that right there. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. That is so cute. Now what you could also do is, took some of this orange yarn and I wrapped it around a couple of them. So it gave the carrots kind of like the crocheted yarn kind of look. So it just depends on whatever you like the best, you know? You could kind of mix these in here too. But look at that right there. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, y'all. These turned out so cute. I love them. I am so happy that we finally made some Easter toppers together. My gosh, look how cute this little basket is. And like I said, you could fill this up with jelly beans or little chocolate bunny rabbits or something from Dollar Tree or anywhere. Look how cute. These little carrots, I think, are like the perfect size for it. And like I said, these right here, all I did, I put a little hot glue onto the little orange and I just wrapped it around. Kind of basically just like we did the handle, I did the same thing for the little carrots. But I love that. This little basket turned out so cute. And I think it'd be really cute to maybe like add a little bow to it. So I may do that, like hot glue, like a little bow up here. And then let me just say, these little chicks are absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I think this one's my favorite, but this one coming out of the little eggshell, oh, so cute. Those, we got the two little bunny rabbits, and these are the ceramic ones. So these little plastic bows fit my ceramic ones perfectly. Now, if you've got the bigger ceramic ones from Amazon, Dollar Tree does have another set of plastic bows that will also work. But this one right here, of course, the little purple bow, my favorite color. Little back, his little tail, so cute. And then this one, I just thought that was adorable. You know, I just thought this was so cute. And if you don't have the little kit, you could always use white felt and then just like do a little pink paint on it or something. And you could make your own little feet. So that right there. And then of course, for the bunny, I'm falling. And then of course for the bunny rabbit, you gotta have some carrots. So how cute is that? I love these. Okay, tier trays. These are gonna be adorable on tier trays. Coffee bar areas, if you have a shelf that you decorate, just sit these around in your living room. You know, just sit these around like on a console table or something. But together, it's adorable. All right, so I gotta know which one is your favorite. I'm kind of torn, I really am, but I think this little Easter basket, now I will say, be patient, because this one right here, because it is a different material, I mean, it's like a thick paper, you know, it's just those little school border things. So just be patient if you do this. But it turns out so cute. It's worth it. It's worth the time. But I love this one. That, and of course y'all know I'm a sucker for chicks. But all right, that is it. Lots more crafting and Easter decorating to come inside and outside. I do trees and everything outside for Easter. And if you've not yet subscribed, when you hit subscribe, make sure that you click the little bell to all. That way you're notified for anything that we do around here, be it crafting, decorating, or shopping hauls. So, all right, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.